And now we take a look into a kind of secret society. Baby boomers ready to do whatever it takes to stay young. Since 2006, prescriptions of testosterone have doubled since 2006, and they're expected to triple again in the next 5 years. ABC's Neil Karlinski tells us who is doing this and at what risk.
They are a mountain of aging boomers.
Got my mojo back.
I think every guy over 50 should be doing it.
Putting their younger, ambitious coworkers on notice. They plan to keep winning in the boardroom, in the bedroom, everywhere.
I mean, honestly, I like looking at myself in the mirror because I look frickin' awesome.
He says the secret is testosterone, which 57-year-old CEO Chris Running showed us as if it was no different than a glass of orange juice.
So that's it, twice a week?
Yeah. You know, our generation is trying to stay as young as we can for as long as we can.
You can see it in those ads, appealing to the 70 million boomer men unwilling to fade quietly into old age.
You might have a treatable condition called low testosterone or low T.
A boost of testosterone, long the illegal drug of choice in sports, is being touted by some as a virtual fountain of youth and just a prescription away.
I've gone from a 38 waist, relaxed fit jean to a 34 slim fit jean, which I never in a million years thought I could get my one leg in one of them.
In the 3 years he's been taking T, Chris says he has transformed himself into a younger man. 2 hours more work per day, 30 pounds of fat gone, and muscles, bulging muscles, more impressive than anything he had in his 20s.
Do you notice the physical change too? I mean, he talks about 30 pounds.
Yes,
muscle.
absolutely. I mean, he looks great. He's in great shape.
We wondered, can it really be that simple? Dr. Karin Power says yes.
I hear a lot of men come in and they talk about the young guys coming in and they feel the challenge.
Is that okay or is that cheating?
If your levels are low and I bring you back to a normal level or an optimal level, then aren't I just, leveling the playing field?
So what is normal for what age? The average 20-year-old's testosterone levels can reach as high as 1,080. But as you age, the levels drop without drugs. By age 60, the average high is only 720. So is it right to pump up testosterone to the levels of a much younger man, a level that in many cases more than doubles a man's testosterone? Not so fast, says Dr. Edmund Sabani, an expert in testosterone at the prestigious Cleveland Clinic. He's worried about the wave of boomer men using T to stay artificially young.
Right now, we don't have guidance in the medical research that suggests it's safe to stay at those levels.
And there are serious possible side effects of too much testosterone: blood clots, liver damage, and some doctors are concerned about its impact on prostate cancer. The New England Journal of Medicine warns that only about 2% of men over 40 should be getting any boost at all. Chris Running and the growing number of boomers just like him aren't worried.
The bottom line, I mean, you're sold.
I'm absolutely sold. I will never not do this.
Risky or not, he says slowing down so the next generation can move up is not an option. Neil Karlinski, ABC News, San Luis Obispo, California.
Of the Nobel Prize being won by Dr. Farad Murad. Now, Dr. Murad, through a lot of research on nitric oxide signaling pathways, gave us this research that we were looking for. And it gave us some specific direction on how we can take nitric oxide and open up the blood vessels and let the nutrients and oxygen flow. This is Nobel Prize-winning research.
At age 12, I knew I wanted to go to medical school. I grew up in a restaurant, a small family restaurant. My parents had very little education, worked very, very hard. And I decided I was going to make more money and not work as hard as they did. Well, I've learned that I work just as hard, if not harder, than they do. But I enjoy doing what I'm doing. Winning the Nobel Prize was very exciting, very rewarding. You realize the leaders in science around the world say, yes, this is important, what you've done is important, and this is a nice recognition for all of that work. My brother has diabetes, one brother, and he's had it for more than 50 years. And he carries a shopping bag of medicines when he travels, and he comes visit. He plunks down his bag on the kitchen table and spends a half an hour taking all of these supplements and pills and everything else. And I used to tease him all the time. But now I realize that he survived his diabetes for 53 years only because he's been taking all of these antioxidants and other things. And I'm quite a believer and have been now for the last decade or so. Hypertension, diabetes, atherosclerosis, tobacco use, and perhaps obesity, where your blood vessels are too constricted because you have endothelial dysfunction. The blood vessels don't make enough nitric oxide, or they remove it too quickly. And if you enhance the production of nitric oxide, the blood vessels will widen, decrease the blood pressure, increase nutrients and oxygenation of the tissues downstream. I think the opportunity for nutritionals such as Argin Plus, with L-arginine and antioxidants coming from various fruit and grape extracts and other substances, will enhance the effects of nitric oxide production and activity. And it's going to become more important in the future as the population gets older. I want to solve some more problems. Working with a company like Forever Living, with the exposure with this product, the travel will permit me to reach out and identify collaborators and trainees to come work with me, to do some things in some other parts of the world that we're not doing.